We
started off with a retroactive shopping trip.
Yep.
Go ahead, Wasa, sorry.
No, I wasn't sure where do we start. So yeah, we did that, and we traveled to the village of Ama on Fire. On there were multiple RP conversations. So Ian Rizun, for example. One night we were hunted by some will-o-wisps with all of them. The statue yeeted at us, so we fight. And the next morning we encountered two random ass dudes who think they can adventure.
And I think we're all pretty sure one of them is a complete idiot and one of them is a criminal mastermind, right?
In potentia, I will say it's my opinion.
They're at least competent.
Yeah. Or incompetent. Competently incompetent. How's that?
Mm-hmm. Anything else that I miss?
We kind of decided that we would spell out exactly what it means to go to your people's village, and that if they fuck around, they could get themselves killed by us or them.
Yes.
I believe that's it.
All right.
Yeah, we're Marlene and Theodore?
Yeah.
Yeah, what colors are they, just so we know? Like their primary clothing colors? So we can say yellow is sus?
No.
DMs already?
Sorry. So the group of you continue with two new companions in tow through the forest south towards Fire and Amma's home village of Shimmergrove. Your pace is immediately slowed by the two people who are walking on foot. And it does not take very long before Marlon asks, "Hey, think there's any room on those horses for us?"
I have a question because I'm a derp and forgot.
Uh-huh.
What races are these creatures?
They're both human.
Okay. So Zoe answers no.
I have pack horse. They can ride on that. Actually, I'm gonna invite Theodore to ride on that, and we're gonna talk all the way.
I will actually hop down and offer the reins to Marlon.
Oh, thank you.
Just see how she deals with him. See if she likes him at all.
Okay. Hang on, I need to grab my dice.
Just give him an animal handling check, I guess.
I don't remember how was your horse, Rizwin?
She's kind of like Rizwin.
Oh no,
a dragon?
So a big sweetie?
Well, I rolled a 2.
Oh no.
Rip finger.
So he hops up with relative ease and then just kind of sits there.
Can I, instead of something violent happening, can we just say that she slowly and purposely rears up so that he just slides off the back and flops on the ground?
Well, here's what I was gonna say. He just sits down and then just kind of rocks back and forth, says, "Well, go! Come on, go!"
He doesn't know how to ride.
She walks 2 steps and then starts very slowly rearing up. And he goes backwards.
Rizwan's just openly laughing at him.
So Zoe now has an idea. Hey, Rizwan, can I ride with you?
I was gonna go do some scouting, actually.
No, your horse doesn't seem to like him.
She'll come around. And I give her a wink, like, all right, let's,
Marlon very quickly kind of picks himself up off the ground, just dusts his pants off, kind of clears his throat, and hops back up, picks up the reins. Come on now! Go! Mush!
She's not a dog.
What is the name of the horse?
Isir.
I say, hey, Sir, don't be mean. They can understand me.
I mean, this is your horse, Nibbles. You tell me if she goes or not.
Yeah, Rizwan will communicate to her that, okay, we had fun. Let's go ahead and be nice for now.
For now.
What's the other guy's name again, sorry?
Theodore.
If Theodore even remotely eyes Ramiel, I just look at him. He bites.
Well, Fire offered Theodore a spot with him, so
Okay.
that's where Theodore is.
I just assume large warhorse shape thing is intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
And then, true to my word, I would like to spend the rest of the day actually scouting ahead, but not really focusing on scouting ahead, more so just focusing on getting out of sight and then being incredibly unsettling for our friend here.
Okay.
Yeah, speaking of incredibly unsettling, have they noticed Melis yet?
Oh, yeah.
I think it takes a little bit more time. As you guys are settling in with your new seating arrangements and starting to go, Mills kind of comes up to around Emma and meows. And rather impressively, Theodore does the Shaggy Scooby-Doo thing with Fire.
What? He jumps on me?
He jumps into your arms.
From the other horse, okay.
No, the one that you're both on.
Theodore's on your horse.
I have two horses.
Oh, he's on. Yes, he jumps off the horse he's riding and onto yours.
Boy, if you're afraid of that,
I just have this image of Melis coming up beside Annalise and the tentacle just sneaking up, and Emma just patting the tentacle.
Yes.
Is that with you?
Was that Theodore or Marlon?
No, he's with him.
Okay.
It's a good kitty. What's your problem?
Very good kitty.
Very, very large kitty.
And then Rizwan's voice just directly from behind Marlon when she was like 20 feet ahead as far as he knew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's great.
Marlon visibly jumps a little bit. Shall we go?
So how much of us being slowed down is actually them slowing us down and us fucking with them slowing us down?
yeah.
I feel like we got our fucking out of the way in the first 45 minutes.
I think actually Fire is gonna be like the good guy, and at least with Theodore is gonna done this into them. Like, the cat is good, and if you're afraid of that, you need to be worried because there were things.
Yeah, to be clear, Rizwan is mostly leaving Theodore alone. She's pretty much concentrating on Marlon.
Yeah.
Also, to be clear, Pert is not involved in the fucking. with their heads.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad you cleared that up.
Yeah, thank you for clarifying that.
Anyway,
Anyways, Marlon and Theodore move their horses so that they are riding beside each other, and like Theodore is also beside Fire and spends the next few hours asking a lot about your village and what it's like, what you do there.
more like just curiosity because we're going that place, or do I get the sense of they asking like hiddenly? So, how many guards do you think you have there?
Make an insight check.
Not that good.
There is there is some genuine curiosity. There's also some like, so hey, what do you got around that's like worth stuff?
I think Fire on those kind of questions will genuinely answer like, "Oh my God, there is this oak that's like 300 years old, and it's so funny, so many puns."
They're very confused when you talk about the oak tree having puns.
I ignore their confusion and continue talking.
They also spend a lot of time asking you guys about, or asking Fire at least about the group and what you do. They're very much under the assumption that you are either mercenaries or like treasure hunter, grave robber, adventurer types.
I just want to make sure at the first that I will not share with them any sensible information of any of us. And at the question of what are we, I just, Kamel, what are we?
Adventurers.
What he said.
Great, just like us. Although you all seem to be have been at it a little bit longer.
It's been what? 9 months? 10 months?
9 months already? Wow.
3 months? 4 months?
I don't know. The player doesn't know. How insert X number of months.
It's been closer to 4 months, I think.
Okay, 4 months. Wow.
Jesus.
It's been a time.
Not a lot of time.
I think we have had either very good luck or very bad luck.
Yes.
We have had a lot of luck.
You guys continue until sort of the sun starts to set. And make camp for the night. Marlon and Theodore gingerly let themselves down off their respective horses. While you guys are starting to make camp, you notice them, setting up their own little personal tents, or doing their best to. There's a little bit of like, wait, how does this go again?
Oh my God.
I leave Fire while he's cooking. I'm helping him cook, and I just go over and just assemble the tents.
Zoe goes as well. However, her goals are only to turn it purple.
Rizwin is busy making sure that Asir is okay.
Yeah. You get the sense that it's more that they're just not used to riding too much.
Like he won't be. He'll be straightforward. He won't be like mean about it. It's just like this goes here, that goes there. Do this, do that.
Oh, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
As Zoe comes around and turning stuff purple, you see Marlon's eye twitch a little bit. You really like that? You really like purple, huh?
It's a royal color, don't you know?
Yeah, I suppose.
Remind me that purple is temporal or permanent?
Temporary. Last 1 hour. Unless she gives somebody a wand of purple.
I mean, it still lasts an hour. They just have to redo it every hour.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys, mushroom are ready.
Yay.
2 of mushroom and some meat.
Slightly more enthusiastic, yay.
Hey guys, do you have any vegetables?
I'm sure there's probably some wild onions or something around.
She's specifically accessing the people who brought way too
Oh.
much stuff.
Theodore starts rummaging around in his pack.
Or like dried soup stock or something.
Pulls out a Florida broccoli. Have this.
So he takes it. Doesn't ask for it, just takes it.
Okay then.
Did you just give a bouquet of flower to my friend?
Or that's an edible plant.
But it's a flower.
No, it's a plant. It's related to cabbages.
So
It does kind of look like a flower, though.
So he is currently steaming broccoli, by the way.
Pert will clear his throat and go into a diatribe that most flowers are edible plants. And while it's very common to see loving couples exchanging things like roses, there is actually nutritional value in said flowers. So don't be surprised if the horses suddenly get hungry and start eating them.
I want to believe that took like 10 minutes.
Probably more like 20, but people probably stopped listening.
I think
Yeah.
I think about halfway through, Kamel gets up, tosses you a sword, and says, "Start working on your forms."
We're used to it. We just hear while doing things and say,
And the thing is, Pert would take the sword as ordered by Kamel and start doing forms while continuing the diatribe.
And that's when I go to the other side of the camp.
All right. So training has begun again. Pert, how are you feeling?
Mentally,
Both.
so he's got a lot of lingering I shouldn't have left, but in general, he knows that it was the right decision, and it's better for him to get this proper training and experience before he eventually runs away to go back to the underworld. But there's a lot of guilt, and I think he's not punching himself, but he is unhappy. And once the diatribe is done, he probably falls into a 10 or 20 movement pattern that the two fighters have shown him, and he just probably until actual dinner is ready, or even after everyone's done eating, he'll keep doing his practice and his forms and his movements until he finally finishes the entire routine And only then does he go eat dinner? Cold as it is.
Fire would have warmed it for you.
Bird appreciates.
While you're doing this routine, Theodore and Marlin sit down by everybody else munching on their mushroom meat stew. So,
Side of broccoli.
with a side of broccoli.
Ugh, steamed broccoli. Ugh.
Can I, Jamie? Can I create those sort of vegetables with druidcraft?
I don't think they last.
Ah, yeah.
That's
If
the
you eat
problem.
it, they will poof.
I don't like that you're coughing.
I breathed my tea.
Please don't choke on your teeth.
Oh, yeah, I breathed my tea.
Yeah, please no aspiration of liquids.
The two tag-alongs sit down and watch Pert, and presumably Camille and Rizwin, who are helping guide Pert through his footwork routine. So, do you guys do this a lot? Like the practice? I hope it's practice.
Bird wants to get better. Best way to do that is through practice until it becomes muscle memory. And then you keep practicing.
Rizwin looks over at Marlin with a bit of a grin and says, "You want to try?"
No, I'm good, thanks.
I think every person have their different abilities, and some of them need practice for them. Some need studies, and some need... I don't know. What do I need?
Half jokingly, the ability to hold a club right.
Hey!
Listen,
This...
you're very powerful, you're very wise. Don't try to bonk things on the head, okay?
peace of mind. What I need to improve is peace in my mind.
Yes. You can see him grinning when he's making that, so you know he's not trying to be mean. He's trying to be jokey.
I'll
Why
choke
do you
you.
need peas in your mind?
Peas? Where?
On your mind.
Theodore starts patting the top of his head.
I make it so plants start growing on his feet.
On his feet?
Yeah, like starting to envelop him slowly. I don't know. I'll burn a spell.
Whoa, and he starts like backing up a little bit. It's a pretty aggressive plants here.
Yeah, very.
Spooky plants.
Actually, Marlin looks at Fire a little bit suspiciously. Do you do that?
I wouldn't. Yeah, I would.
Deception?
Yeah, I would. Nah, I would.
You guys are like the real deal, huh?
Possibly.
I think it's a matter of perspective, because on our end, I think we have encountered what we will call the real deal.
Theodore kind of elbows Marlin. He's like, "Yeah, we're also the real deal, just in a slightly different different way. You know.
It's good to have confidence.
Exactly.
So what do you guys do when you're in the city?
They shoot each other a bit of a look. Well, we hang around, drink, play games, you know. All the fun stuff.
Uh-huh. So you're not two bored dock workers or something that decided to go adventuring.
Dock workers? Us?
But how do
I
you...
mean, look
What-
at their
what-
hands.
Yeah.
What dock?
Sorry, you cut it there.
What dock? We're from Astoria.
Listen, I'm from a port city. It's vernacular.
Pert will just very subtly shift his position around the group that are still chatting while he eats, and take a seat so that he's behind the others, but across from Marlin, and then just as casual as if he was, gesturing dramatically with his forehand, will use Thieves' Cant to use the hand gesture for "Are you safe?" I'm testing a theory.
Yeah, he does reply. Marlin does reply back. Are you? Do you respond?
So I guess there'll be a momentary thought as Pert chews on a chunk of mushroom before giving back the gesture. That's too complicated. Actually, yeah, he gives back a gesture that essentially says, "That's too complicated to answer."
Marlin kind of narrows his eyes at you a bit. While this is going on, and Theodore's still kind of talking to Fire. He kind of claps his hands together and says, "You know, things are winding down for the night. What do you guys do for fun?
Stand
Besides
watch.
hit each other with sticks and metal swords."
Apparently we torture new adventurers.
What?
You need to try it sometime.
Please tell me they misconstrue that as a menacing laugh.
Pert will gesture to his rather thick book of notes. Mostly I record the day's events.
Oh, Pert, do you want to explain to them your methodology of noting?
No, I'm sure it would be lost on us. Definitely me. Theodore pulls something out of his little vest pocket. Do you like games?
Occasionally.
Are you specifically speaking to Fire?
Oh,
What
okay.
What are games?
Like, you know, gambling.
What is gambling?
Well, two or more people put up some money and we play a game of chance, and whoever wins gets the money. Or whatever else you might want to put up.
Okay.
Yeah, it
It's fun.
sounds interesting.
It's a way to pass the time, you know?
I don't understand it, but let's do it.
Really? You don't? Okay.
The food's here.
Fruits here.
Okay.
Right. Everybody pause for 2 minutes.
Sounds good.
It might be a little bit longer.
Pause for 5 minutes.
I will use this time for a washroom break.
Meow. Oh, it's really hard to find someone who draws, not even for my character, but in general for a character, all the seasons of an laundry. Yeah, it's nice. I want to make art for Andrea, but it's gonna get expensive.
Yeah, you're basically having 4 pieces of art done.
Yeah, but I will make them maybe cheaper, like only portraits.
Mhm.
That's an option. I think that's a bit of cheating on. I ask you for one picture. Hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I forgot to ask Ty if he got his results back.
Oh, I forgot I have these.
Apologies, I'm back.
Well, we're still waiting on Ty.
Hey, Kathanid,
Yields.
are you up to date of Kate's Paper Mario streams? Like, do you know how many are there or not?
4? I think she's on her 4th one.
4th one. Okay, I think I'm okay. I'm watching the stream on last Sunday, I think it is.
Mhm.
She played like 6 hours of Paper Mario, and I don't know if she played another one.
She hasn't played another one since today.
Yeah, I think today she said she was finishing it.
I'm gonna check today and to see if it's at the same point when I finish this.
I'm often in the middle of work when she starts stream, so I don't get a clear picture of what she's doing until about halfway through.
Get you. Paper Mario's been fun.
Yeah.
What I've saw of it, it's fucking wild.
I've been loving it. I'm used to the other Paper Marios, but this one, I think mechanically it's less exciting, but it's much more wacky.
I mean, when you fight a 2-hole punch, that's the boss, a 2-hole punch. You kind of just go, what the fuck am I playing?
Desert Bars is starting next week.
It is.
I won't have time for a lot of it.
Same. I'm gonna watch almost none of it. Gonna grab the starting point at least, like the VOD or something.
I don't know. It's just I've lost a bit of interest in it over the years. Like it's To me, sometimes it's just the same thing over and over again. Like they're doing a great thing. God bless them.
Yeah, I understand. I'm kind of on the same page. I I like what they're doing, and there are some moments that they're really fun, really fun. But I'm not up to watch it 24/7, waiting for the fun parts.
I couldn't. Even if I wasn't working, I couldn't.
That's what the highlight reels are for.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll catch some of the stuff I'm interested in, like reacting to Rosewater cards or something weird. But it's just yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
the cat picture.
oh,
No.
hmm.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I ordered too much liquid.
Oh.
Mm,
Very tiny hotel fridge.
Uh,
mm.
Like, not just tiny hotel fridge, very tiny hotel fridge.
Been there.
I kind of picked the wrong hotel when I was thinking about getting a hotel. I got the one for a couple of days when I should have got the one that came with a kitchen.
Yeah. Okay, everybody ready to move on?
You're
Meow.
Narp.
All right. So Fire. Theodore would like to teach you how to gamble.
Sure.
So
Is anyone else interested in playing?
nope.
Rizwin is definitely interested in playing.
all right.
Zoe's going off to cast a ritual spell.
Okay. So
Pert will join the game as well.
I
Currently,
will
he's being
observe.
honest.
so it is Emma gonna join in?
No, I was probably going to wander around with Melis looking for food.
Okay. So it's Theodore, Marlin. Actually, I think Marlin sits out and is just kind of like showing people what to do. Theodore's the one kind of rolling the dice for his team. Fire, Pert, and Rizwin. Yes?
I
Believe
think so.
Alright. So they both have to like dig into their packs and pull out all of the dice sets that they have. Because this is a dice game. In fact, a couple of you might actually recognize this game because I stole it from Critical Role.
I don't
So-
remember.
This game that they teach you is called Hero's Gambit. Each player rolls 1d8, keeping the roll hidden. And then after that first roll, each player has the chance to raise the initial bet, call the bet, or fold. That continues on until everybody's bet is equal or somebody or everybody else is folded. Then you roll 1d6, do the raising and the betting and the folding again. And then each player rolls 1d4. And then after that d4 is rolled, everybody reveals the dice. Whoever has the highest total wins.
Okay.
So Marlin passes out sets of mostly old and kind of worn and grimy looking wooden dice to everybody. And he says, "We'll just do a practice round first. So everybody take the nope, not that yep, that one. And roll it. Keep it hidden from everybody else. All right. For my players, if you go to the bar on the left-hand side, where you can roll dice, you can also select roll to GM, so that I can see it, but none of the other players can. Okay, remember your dice rolls.
I was waiting for the others.
Okay. Marlon kind of continues with his explanation. So this is where we would put in some more money, maybe fold if he had a bad roll. But for now, we're just gonna pretend that we all did that. Then you roll the one that looks like a square. Yep. Then we would do more betting, more folding, and then roll the pyramid. Not off the table.
And Pert will put down a platinum coin after rolling each dice.
Oh.
He is stone-faced cold the entire time.
It was supposed to just be a practice round, but okay. No money.
What are we doing?
So everybody's rolled their dice. Now you reveal. Theodore pulls his hand back to reveal a 7, a 5, and a 1.
How do you read those?
No, it's the where it's pointing up. That's
Okay, I have a 1,
yep.
a 2, and a 1.
Ooh, phew. That's rough. That's a good thing it's practice round.
Pert has an 8, a 1, and a 4.
I think you and so Bert and Theodore tied. And Rizwin did
Very badly.
very badly. Actually, you did as badly as Fire, so
Yep.
Yay, high five.
Swing and a miss.
well, that's the way the game goes. And that's it. So, real money this time?
Yeah, okay. Real money this time.
So Theodore puts down 5 gold.
Okay, Pert will put down 1 gold since the guy's going low.
No, we got okay. That's fine.
Oh, sorry. He bet 5 gold, you mean?
Yeah, like to
okay.
sort of as the starting.
I'm sorry, I don't have 5 gold. I just have, and Port opens up a pouch with 160 platinum.
You see them both kind of gasp a little bit. And, okay. Platinum's fine.
And Pert goes back and puts down his 1 platinum piece again.
So what are we doing? 1 coin? Okay. Boop.
Please tell me it's a platinum piece too far.
Yes, I know what a platinum is. I don't know how much it's worth, but I know it's one of these ones.
Sorry, that was out of character.
Yeah.
Rizwin puts in 1 too.
Theodore doubles his bet to 10 gold because he doesn't have any platinum on him. All right. Everybody, roll your d8.
Jamie?
Mm-hmm.
Pert's going to use sleight of hand to roll an 8.
So, okay. So the way the way the rules is written are that you can roll sleight of hand to give you a reroll. That being said, if you roll really, really well, I'll say that you can just pick your roll.
Okay, I will do my roll. I'll keep that.
Okay.
And I am watching them like a hawk to make sure that they're not using sleight of hand as well.
Sure, make a perception check.
No problem. Turn off precision.
Marlon's not participating because they don't have enough sets of dice. But Theodore seems to not be pulling any sleight of hand shenanigans.
Oh, we all know the magician's assistant always helps distract to make it easier.
Roll me a sleight of hand.
Oh, sorry. That should have an extra d4 on top of it. I had my precision turned off, so...
Okay. Everybody... I mean, if you guys, the other players would like to, you can roll a perception.
Nah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm watching the game from outside. I'll just watch. And...
Yeah, Camille, you think you see Pert just kind of very gently knock the dice with the...
With his knuckle?
Yeah, with his knuckle.
What I'm gonna do is this. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know where you're doing fine. It's just dice rolling.
But why the coins in the front of the thing? In that part, I don't get it.
That's...
The winner gets the coins, Fire.
Yeah.
No, I don't ask for it. I'm saying Fire doesn't get that part yet.
Okay. So Theodore looks around at everybody else. So, would anybody like to raise? Everybody feeling good?
I stand up.
Fire. Raising means to add more money to the bet.
Ah.
And Pert will stand at his current 1 platinum.
Okay.
Okay, I guess I can give another one.
Oh, all right. I suppose we will call.
Oh, sorry. I raise.
Okay. So Fire raises. Theodore matches Fire's raise. And he looks at the other two. Are you going to call or fold?
This one folds.
All right. Pert calls. All right, everybody, roll your next dice.
Is it just the 1 sleight of hand for the entire game, or...?
No, it should be 1 per.
Okay, cool. Then click that on. Click that on.
You can make that dice roll whatever you want.
Okay, well then it's a 6.
Okay. Theodore looks around. Anybody want to raise or keep it where it is?
Pert stands.
Yeah, I keep thinking he stands up too.
All right, third dice gets rolled.
No, wait.
Oh, sorry.
Stand means if he stands means he raise, right?
No.
No, it means it. You see, like, Marlon just put his head in his hands.
We know that feeling.
Then I raise.
Okay. I'll call. Whew.
I'm guessing it's a case where Pert has 3 platinum coins in front of himself, Fire has 3 platinum coins in front of himself, and they just have a pile of gold coins.
Yep.
Pert will call as well.
Okay. You see they're starting to sweat a little bit. Alright, roll your last dice.
Okay.
Pert will stand.
Oh. So we'll wait?
What are we doing now?
Now we reveal.
Okay. I have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's start counting with the fingers, and then and gives a sad look to Amma.
Alma's off hunting.
I count for Fire. Whatever number it was like.
13.
13, yeah. Marlin Theodore pulls back his hand to reveal a 7, a 6, and a 4.
Wow.
And I do believe that Pert has a
7, a 6, and a 3.
Oof. You see, like, Theodore just kind of, like, wipe a bit of sweat off his brow, like, whew, that was really close.
I want to, insight.
Sure.
Do I think that they were really sweating?
They do. They did seem to be a little bit nervous.
Do we
might just be because of the amount of money that was sitting around.
do we do passive insight in this game?
Sure.
Because I would have a 19,
Oh my god.
but I think Fire wouldn't like
Yeah.
so sound on him. But you know,
I mean, you could definitely tell that they seemed a little bit concerned about the amount of money that they were having to put down to keep up with you guys.
and I don't get it.
But Theodore kind of claps his hands and says, well, looks like I win. Grabs
Yay, you win.
Platinum, pulls it towards him.
Wait, but that's my money.
No, now it's my money. That's what gambling is.
What?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't get to waste fun.
Because occasionally a person who desperately needs a little bit of money ends up with a little bit more money. In
But
general, it's a activity that most people should avoid unless they are very financially stable.
Yes, it's just, fun way to pass the time if you've got a little bit extra coin to spend.
And Pert looks like he's on the verge of entering a 2-hour diatribe on the topic of financial responsibility and the act of gambling.
Jesus Christ.
During this conversation, Rizwin is just calmly picking dice up from in front of everybody and moving them all one space to the left.
Secretly?
Nah, just like as if it is something that everybody just automatically does.
Ma'am, please don't mix my dice sets up.
Oh no, she's moving sets. Like
okay.
she puts her set in front of
I
Pert's
see.
and Pert's set in front of Fire and so on.
Theodore is like shoveling gold and platinum coins back into his pouch and says, well, that was fun.
Glad it was fun to you, I guess. Come on, Shrubby. Time to bed.
Oh, okay. Well, guess,
Was that at least 10 minutes?
oh, yeah.
Zoe sits down beside taking fire spot and has an unseen servant.
What? You see.
So it is completely unseen, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I guess we can keep going.
Oh
Yes.
no, I just want to spot. I just want to watch. She is cheating for Rizwin.
Okay.
Pert kind of looks to Rizwin. Would you care another round?
Sure.
I
She
guess we
puts
can-
down another platinum.
I guess we can survive a few more minutes before starting watch. Pert will also put down platinum.
Whew. Theodore kind of elbows Marlon and says, "You want in?" And Marlon sits down, pulls out one of the platinum pieces that they just won off you guys, and sets it in front.
So Rizwan would have made sure that the dice that Theodore was using ended up in front of either her or Pert, whichever made
Okay.
sense.
I don't know who was sitting to their left.
I have no idea.
I would say their dice ended up in front of fire, thus in front of Zoe, thus
So they're
they're
now
out
in
of the
front of
game.
Zoe.
Yeah, if I was sitting next to Theodore to learn.
Yeah, that's true.
Makes sense.
Okay.
So they'd be in front of Zoe, who's not playing.
Okay. So Marlon picks up the dice, sort of rolls it around in his hand. Everybody ready?
Yes.
All right, roll your dice. Pert, you do notice Marlon looking at you suspiciously.
Mm-hmm.
I fold.
Stand.
Stand.
Theodore.
Oh no, it's just the three of you. And Marlon's out.
Oh, I thought Theodore and Marlon were both playing this round. My apologies.
They switched out.
All right. Then second round. Rizwin?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, second round.
And second dice.
Mm-hmm.
Pert raises an eyebrow. I'll raise one.
I heard
Is
him out.
Zoe gonna do anything?
I mean, if the ones she thinks are cheating are out,
I don't
And
know,
I
does she
hope
think Pert
Pert
would be cheating?
wouldn't cheat against Rizwin.
I mean, yeah, you don't know that. Never mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, none of you notice, I think.
Yeah, no, my passive insight's at 15.
Yeah, she'll raise one.
Okay.
And final round.
Yeah. That cat sounds really desperate.
She
Wow.
always sounds really desperate.
Like a cat.
Zoe, what's your passive perception?
Not high.
Okay.
11.
Oh, yeah. No, you don't notice the friggin' thing.
And I believe we go straight to reveal from
Yep.
round 3, right? Then
Yes, you
Pert
do.
reveals a 2, a 2, and a 2.
Rizvin has 9.
9.
9.
And this is why you don't gamble. And Pert grins just a little bit and shakes his head. Anyone with really good insight might guess that Pert's lying because he cheated to lose.
I can see that.
I think we as a group probably know Pert is sufficiently dexterous enough to manipulate dice like that.
Mm-hmm.
So we're probably just kind of going, sure.
Well, congratulations, Rizwin. I think that's probably enough gambling for tonight.
Gambling? You're out.
I mean, they're still up 2 platinum pieces.
It's a weird game.
Yes, and it's always good to quit while you're ahead.
Aren't they up like 4 platinum pieces?
Yeah, they're up like 5 or
5.
so.
Whatever, sure. Kamel wasn't keeping track of
Well.
the counts because he does not care.
Yeah.
So I lost 1 and got 3.
You're up 2 in total.
Okay. Cool.
Wow.
Yes, nice little way to pass the time. I think it's probably almost time for bed. It's getting kind of hard to see out here.
Sure.
Oh no, we don't all go to bed. Some people have to keep watch.
What now?
Well, I mean, you wouldn't want a bunch of owlbears coming up on you in the middle of the night, would you?
I mean,
Pack.
wouldn't we?
Well, I think we're gonna leave that to the experts.
Well, I mean, everyone pulls their weight around here. So how about, points at Merlin, you stand watch with Pert and I. Theodore, you can stand watch with Rizwin and Zoe.
They kind of look at each other. Okay, sure. So, who's first?
I look at the others kind of like standard order, so I guess it'd be like, I usually take middle watch, so.
Yeah, I think the party wouldn't take this much time. Like we have a schedule already figured out. I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
And,
assume.
and Pert is very much attempting to assist Kamel in putting Merlin on middle watch on purpose.
Yeah,
Because
it's like,
middle
here,
watch is the most miserable watch.
you get 4 hours sleep, but you wake up for 4 hours, you get 4 more hours sleep.
Also, Pert wanted to be on the same watch as Merlin, so he is more than supportive in the attempts to convince Merlin that's a good idea. So, go get 4 hours sleep. We'll wake you when watch changes.
I guess we'll start Amma and I, but Amma is hunting,
Yeah.
but I'll do it alone. And we normally do this, and Amma comes back shortly.
Yeah, Amos would be. If he's not back by now, he'd be back pretty soon.
I said back in like the next
Yeah,
half hour kind of thing.
he'd probably be back by now. There was a lot of gambling.
All right, so the two tag-alongs go off to bed. Fire and Emma start watch. Is there anything you would like to do on your watch tonight?
Refresh my arrows if I haven't already.
Sorry, what do you say, Mist?
Refresh my arrows if I haven't already.
Mm.
I ask Emma. So, what do you think of coming back home?
Well, I missed it, but I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, same. I don't want to come back, but if it's necessary. But that's on my end. I don't know if it's a good idea that you come back.
Sorry, words went away.
It's okay. I mean, we're already heading there. I wouldn't change my mind. It's gonna be awkward.
Yeah, probably.
Do you think it's safe that you come back? And for you, not for them.
I mean, they wouldn't attack me. I'm just not sure if they welcome me. Openly.
Look, if the only thing they do is not welcoming you, it's not that hard. Trust me. They never welcome me. And I lived through it, so And your mom is gonna be happy to see you.
Yeah. I like how that implies his dad wouldn't.
I don't know. Your dad is something else.
I don't know why, I just keep cracking it for some reason.
What did you say? I'm so sorry, miss. I didn't get what you said.
It's hard to think of words when I keep cracking up in laughter for some reason.
Well, if you're not comfortable, let me know and we go out. We come back to the forest, okay? We don't need to stay there.
The village is in the forest.
Yeah. You know what I mean.
Yeah. I will.
Good. I'll give you a little hug.
Hug. Headbutt from Millis.
Mm-hmm.
No. You know, I was thinking, given enough gems, I could be like the king of the forest and have all the forest be servants of moving plants, like shrubby but bigger. And I will be a conqueror. No, conqueror, no. That will be. Why people do that?
Because they're assholes.
No.
Sorry, I'm not trying to listen. You guys are just talking loudly.
Sorry. Anything else you want, Mist or Zoe? If not, we're ready.
Zoe's reading a book, so she's off doing her own stuff.
I can't think of anything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Your watch passes without incident. Next watch, Pert, Camille. One of you has to go wake up Marlin.
Yeah, I told him awake. Up.
Fine. He stumbles to his feet.
And Pert will, using what's left of the coals from the fire, just heat up a bit of a thin tea. And he'll probably wait a good half an hour into the watch before bringing a cup of the tea to each of the others. And then using the teacup as if he was hiding his hand from Camille, even though he's positioned in a position so that Camille can see that they're having a conversation. Pert uses Thief Cant to ask, are you being hunted?
How would he answer this? He says, yes, no, no.
Do you need assistance?
He looks at Camille first to see if Camille's watching, and then just kind of like very on the down low motions to the surroundings.
And Pert will take a long time, taking a deep sip of his tea, and probably even lets like a half an hour pass before finally making one more. Got a big score in mind. Just as a, yes or no open-ended question.
Okay, that was a question. He says, hope so.
Pert will suddenly yawn and shake his head, kind of slap his cheek a couple of times, and then turn to Camille. You can handle it with the backup, right? I'm suddenly really tired.
As in...
He's lying.
I'm gonna roll insight to see if I understand that. Do I get, like, the equivalent of an eyebrow waggle from Pert?
Yes. I mean, no eyebrows, but yes.
Yeah, it's fine.
And Pert casually pulls up the hood of his cloak. I'm gonna go catch some sleep. You two keep an eye out for things. And Pert's stealthing to the tent.
Okay.
And he's going to toss the guy's bag.
Okay.
I'm assuming you'll want some stealth and stuff?
Roll a stealth check. 20. I don't think Marlon's gonna catch you. Theodore is snoring up a storm.
Fellow snorer.
Yeah.
Because they're only like maybe 2 hours into their watch, Pert is going to take like an hour and go through the guy's bag, like basically categorizing everything and then putting it back in the exact same order.
Okay. So Theodore's the one with the map, so you don't find that unless you're going through both of their bags.
No, I'm just going through his stuff right now.
Okay. You do find the sets of dice, some money, some sort of essentials, but it's pretty bare bones. Roll an insight check.
Sure thing. 1 insight. That's not advantage, so it'd be a 14.
You very much get the sense outside of the tents, a couple of like travel essentials like rope and stuff. Everything else that this guy seems to have, you get the sense based on sort of the variety of different levels of quality and how used it is that he may have won a lot of this stuff.
Okay, so the quality is very wide range.
Yes. I think Pert can very much put together that these guys are kind of grifters.
Yeah. That was David's assumption, so I think Pert would go with that thought too. But there is no, secret master plan or a letter from some Thieves Guild boss threatening his life or anything like that?
Nope. You very much get the sense that these guys are just flying by the seat of their pants.
Okay. And Pert will very carefully pack everything back up and sneak off to his bedroll.
Mm-hmm. About 2 hours into the shift, Camille, you notice Marlon's starting to nod off.
I toss a pebble at his shoulder.
Ow.
Put that in your boot.
What?
Put it in your boot.
He gives you a weird side-eye look and
The
puts it in his boot.
The discomfort will keep you awake. Or you could fall asleep and end up with goblins eating out your intestines. I mean, your choice.
Okay. Staying awake.
Mm-hmm.
Staying awake. And he does.
Okay. If he engages in conversation, Camille will. He's just kind of.
Mm-hmm. Nah, I think you're
keeping watch.
Yeah, you're a pretty intimidating guy, and I feel like you've done a lot to be intimidating to these two, so he doesn't really engage with you at all.
That's fair.
Your watch comes to a close.
Alright, I'll stand up, clap him on the shoulder, and says, go get some sleep. I'll wake up the next watch.
And he very quickly wanders over to bed.
So I maybe should have pointed this out earlier, but I wanted to use the dream spell during that
Okay.
section. Didn't want to kind of run over things.
All right. Well, in that case, we will get to that after we take a short break because I need a bathroom break.
Break.
So we're having somebody come in to paint the kitchen tomorrow, and I guess several days this week. So I spent most of the afternoon moving all the furniture out of the kitchen, and I didn't think about it until I went to stand up just now, and almost didn't. I'm very sore.
Ow.
Yeah, the body likes sending those messages 6 hours later.
Yep.
Plus, they'll have the Tylenol.
Yeah, I guess I probably should, actually.
If you have it, I'd go for the Advil for poor joints.
Do you have
no,
heart
this is
issues?
this is all muscles.
It's the Advil is to lower swelling, where Tylenol just numbs pain. Which means they're both good for different types of pain.
Yeah, but
Where,
if you
where
have
does
heart
ibuprofen
issues,
fall on that?
Ibuprofen
That's
is
what I
the
have.
same as Advil.
I'm back.
if you have heart issues, though, ibuprofen is not recommended.
It's a blood thinner as well, and if you have anything like that, you shouldn't take it. I can't take any NSAIDs, so ibuprofen, Advil, aspirin.
I don't know. All I've ever taken is ibuprofen.
Ibuprofen kills my stomach.
Yeah, if you don't have a doctor's reason to not take it, then take it.
Ibuprofen just doesn't work for me.
Ibuprofen tastes atrocious.
Why are you tasting it all?
Because they don't have it tasteless. I want the coating to be tasteless.
I just use gel caps.
Put
Even
the
the gel caps taste atrocious.
water in your mouth first. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Not using water is better. Using something that actually has a taste. Water.
Oh well,
The problem
the
is
liquid.
when
I
the
mean.
water tastes like the ibuprofen. And ibuprofen tastes like migraine.
Oh.
I'll be over here dry swallowing my 3 Tylenol.
Yeah, I also do that. I dry swallow.
You're both
I can't do
psychopaths.
that.
Yeah, I've never been able to do that.
Does everyone know what choke cherries are in general?
Aware of them.
No.
Nope.
Okay, so they are a berry that has a very large seed in the center, and when you break the shell, they dry your mouth out very quickly. At camp, we would often take choke cherries and chew them for a second, and then swallow the seed. And that was one of those things where other people were going, "How can you swallow that? Your mouth's so dry." And I was always like, "No, it's fine." But
Something about that just seems like you're tempting something to me.
I mean, I'm assuming they eventually pass out your digestive tract. It's been 20 plus
Well-
years and a plant hasn't come out my mouth.
No, I mean the fact that choke is literally in the fucking name of the thing.
I think it's just because they dry your mouth so much it becomes hard to swallow. Is why they're called choke cherries, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, they just sound like they're astringent.
Of course, people being people, they've obviously made jam out of the same damn thing, so who the hell
Oh,
knows?
I have a
Who the
hiccup.
hell knows?
Is everybody back?
I think so.
Yar.
Ty?
Lemon.
Tangled in cords, it's hard to get up.
All right. In that case, while watch number 2 was going on, Zoe, you have a new spell that you're trying out tonight.
That's correct, that we're all already aware of.
Mm-hmm. I have a question for you. How
Okay.
does Zoe learn her spells?
As in, how does she know that they're there, or as in why they're picked?
Where does the knowledge of how to cast them come from? Does it just like pop into Zoe's mind, or is it more of Zoe herself sitting down and trying to figure things out?
So I think they pop into her mind because her patron thinks she'd find them useful, which means I think she'd find them useful, which I have been wrong. Her patron has been wrong on before.
Oh.
Luckily, she can be like, "That wasn't useful," and it's like, "Oh, I'll take that back, and here I have a different one."
Okay. So in that case, for a few nights now, you've had a spell that you wanted to try, one that you seem to have been given by your patron. So you take the 10 minutes to cast it. Lay down and will yourself to go to sleep.
It is, by the way, 1 minute cast time.
Oh, is it? I thought it was 10 minutes, sorry. So Zoe knows how this spell works. You are specifically thinking of Caphriel?
Correct.
Okay.
And she is also thinking of a nice room with large racks of books on all sides. So even though it is a room, it doesn't have an exit. There's a nice table with cookies, a tea set with 2 cups of tea available for both of them, and the book.
Give me a wisdom check.
So I was going to word that as the book or like the picture of the book. It might not be openable.
Okay. I still need you
sure,
to give
have
me
a
a
wisdom
wisdom
check.
check.
Oi,
What book?
don't worry about it.
That book.
The book.
The book.
Oh no.
So you fall asleep thinking of this stuff. And then all of a sudden you are awake.
Uh-oh.
You're somewhere else. You look around and the library that you were sort of thinking of going to sleep, and the tea and the cookies and whatnot. You look around and there are shelves and shelves of books, but no tea, no cookies. And you're pretty sure you've been in this library before, but it's kind of dark and dingy. I'm having a hard time remembering.
Is Zoe seeing this as a dark and dingy place?
Yeah.
Because Zoe doesn't see anything as dark and dingy.
I mean, like,
Or
you
is
can
it-
see, but it just looks like there's no light source. Or any light source is very, very minimal. It looks dusty.
Kind of like an abandoned library in a mansion kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
And I assume her target is not here.
Does not seem to be. You focus on it for a second, and you get like the spell equivalent of a busy signal.
The heck? I think Zoe starts slowly exploring this library, trying to figure out where the heck she is.
Okay. You're just like walking up and down aisles of books.
Yeah. Sorry, this kind of derailed my thought process I had been having. Yeah, I think she's probably checking the ends of aisles to see if, like, markings seem familiar to her.
Make a wisdom check.
Yeah, these work great.
Hey, look, Estella has to suffer through this. So does Zoe. After going down an aisle and coming across, God, I can't even remember what was in that room. You see something that sort of jogs your memory of, oh, I know this library. I've been here. This is the library in the castle in Alcalara.
Why am I here? I think she says that out loud.
Silence answers you back. Make me one more wisdom check. There's just something sort of niggling in the back of your mind that something's not quite right. And you look down and notice that your shoes are gone.
Only her shoes?
As Zoe stares at her bare feet, she also you can kind of see her skirt blinking in and out of existence.
Zoe knows this is a dream.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to try and will them back.
With a 13, I'd say that it takes a couple of tries. You kind of close your eyes and concentrate really hard and then open them, and you see, your shoes are back and your skirt is there, and then it blinks again a couple of times. You have to, close your eyes and think again. No. Close, stay. You do eventually get a handle on it, but it takes a bit of time.
Hmm. Well, now that that's settled, she's unsure why she's here. She's trying. Part of her's wondering if her patron wanted her here,
Mm-hmm.
though she'd hope he'd leave more clues.
Make an insight check. Zoe suspects that it might have something to do with the fact that the dream world is it's not just the things that you make up in your head, it is an echo of the real world. And so you had to go to a place that was real. You're still not necessarily sure why this particular library out of all the libraries you've been to.
Hmm. Okay. With my rolling, this is probably gonna work. But she's been here. She knows she has some control over it. It shouldn't be dark. She wants all the sconces to be lit.
Make a wisdom check. The sconces around you flicker to life. And it is still very dusty and dingy here, but there is light now along the walls. It doesn't seem to have lit up the library sort of farther down from where you are, and you remember this library being quite big. It's just the ones in your vicinity that have lit up.
Okay. And where she poofed into existence in this room, was there a table there? Or was it just rows and rows of books?
No, I think there was an old wooden table that kind of looked like it. Well, I guess it doesn't really look like it's ready to fall over, but it does look very dusty.
All right. Well, for the night, she's going to give up her original plans. And as dumb as this sounds, she's going to start cleaning.
Okay.
She's going to go work her way back to the original spot. And by cleaning, I mean the way Zoe cleans, through magic.
Okay.
Make
another wisdom check.
Boy.
And you can also make me an insight check. That's pretty good insight. Zoe cleans off the table, manages to wipe all the dust away. It doesn't quite shine, but it's clean. You go to clean off some of the bookshelves and, wipe all the dust away, and you turn back to the table and it's covered in dust again.
I'm going to try and pull something here.
Okay.
Out of annoyance and out of frustration, she starts pleading with the library. Come on, I just want you to look nice. Is there anything wrong with being nice and clean and fresh and welcoming to guests? As I'm hoping you'll let me use a persuasion check for this.
There is nothing to persuade.
Well, weird library.
Uh,
It might have its own spirit.
with a little bit more. Well, I think Zoe has to sort of think a bit to figure this out. But the way the dream spell works is that the more stable something is in the real world over time, the harder it is to change in the dream world. Basically, this place has been dusty for so fucking long that it just really wants to stay dusty. You can clear the dust away, like Zoe's able to do that, but it's hard to maintain. It keeps wanting to go back to that original dusty state.
I think Zoe's going to need to wake up and think about this issue.
Okay. So you let go of the spell. There was still a busy signal. With that, also really high insight, you think that it may just be that Kafril isn't asleep yet?
Yeah. Just a heads up, our next attempt is going to need to be the library with Vanya.
Okay. Ooh.
Like Vanya's library with Vanya.
Okay. I shall remember that for the future. But Zoe wakes up like maybe half an hour before Camille's shift is to end.
Zoe looks perturbed.
Perturbed.
That's the word.
Or peeved.
Why not both?
Well, have fun with the other ones.
Alright, Zoe and Rizwin's and Theodore's shift comes next.
Is Theodore the happy-go-lucky one or the other one?
Yeah.
Theodore's the doofus.
Okay. I like the happy-go-lucky term better.
Or a really good actor.
Or both.
I don't think Rizwan starts any conversations tonight. Whenever Theodore is paying attention, though, she will just grab an ember out of the fire and play with it.
Like, just in her hands?
Yep.
I don't even know if Theodore notices. I think he does notice, and he may have noticed before and is just sort of getting around to talking to Zoe about it. But he asks Zoe about her lute. And if she plays and where she learned and stuff like that.
Thanks for reminding me I had a lute. I forgot for a bit.
Uh-huh.
It's a long story of memories almost forgotten.
Well, that sounds cryptic.
You ever drank something one night and the next morning you can do something you don't remember being able to do?
Oh yeah, I've definitely been there.
That's how I learned to play the lute.
Oh, wow. I need to drink what you're drinking.
Does Rizwin
No,
get
you
the
don't.
sense that he's talking about being drunk, or
Yes.
does he? Okay, my radar went off for a second.
Yeah, Zoe was intending that to sound like she was drinking alcohol.
Uh-huh. No, that you very much get the sense that that was what he took out of that. I think it takes him a little bit of time to pluck up enough courage to ask if he can, like, see it and maybe even play it.
So the loot is normal, right? It's the container that's magical.
Yes.
So he pulls out the loot and hands it over to him.
What does the container do?
Keeps the loot from fucking up.
Ah.
It's like a 300-year-old loot or something like that.
It's an auto tuner.
Yeah, it's basically like a climate-controlled case. Because
Right.
otherwise, like, tromping around through the forest and through different climates is not very good for a wind instrument.
It was also found in found places it shouldn't have been, right?
Meanwhile, Fire's violin has a little bit of dirt still some places.
Yeah, it's your violin it's had a rough life.
It's been fireized.
I feel like Jamie hurts from this.
Yes.
I feel if Jamie was to ever encounter a violin like Fire, she would post a picture for us.
Well, I'm sure we've got a few kicking around the shop somewhere. Do you let him touch it?
Like, hold it, yeah.
He strums a couple of chords and smiles. Oh, I miss this.
I'm still kind of getting used to it. I think I can play it well, but it's if I do it for too long, now the fingers hurt.
Oh yeah, you gotta like play every day. Keep the calluses up. I certainly haven't. Thanks. He hands it back.
Did you used to have one? She says as she starts playing herself.
Yeah, it went the way of wind instruments.
Well, that means it could get sold for money, smashed on the path, used as a weapon.
It got smashed.
Do you still have it?
Oh no, there's not anything worth salvaging. It happens.
Oh, there's some people out there that can salvage things well beyond what most people think they could. So he pulls out her bag. This one was ravaged by an owl bear.
Really?
By the way, don't feed owl bears.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
I don't know. I think that worked out okay.
Zoe glares at Rizwin.
Rizwin gives a big grin back. So Theodore,
Mm-hmm.
and as his attention turns to her, she flips that one back into the fire and pulls out another one. What's your story?
That isn't that hot?
Oh, not really. Where do you come from? How do you find yourself all the way out here in the middle of nowhere going to a village that nobody's ever heard of?
well, I'm from Astoria. Traveled around a bit, but it's where I was born. It's where I've been living for a while. Marlon and I, we happened across the map and decided that, well, it might be a good time to try out some new avenues of life.
What was wrong with your old avenue?
Oh, it was just getting a little stale. Doesn't everybody want to go on a big grand adventure?
I mean, no.
Well, okay, I suppose there's some stick in the muds out there, but I mean, we found this map to places unknown. Why wouldn't, who wouldn't go?
What are you hoping to find?
I don't know. Wealth, adventure? What else is there to find on adventures?
Well, if you're really unlucky, you can find a cult that takes you prisoner.
That doesn't sound like much fun, but Marlon and I are pretty good at getting out of tight situations. I'm sure it'd be fine.
On a side note, Jamie, if somebody has fire resistance, would they be able to accept a pass of an ember and then pass it back without getting burnt?
I'd say that you could do it without taking any damage if you're quick enough. I mean, technically, Rizwin has fire resistance.
Zoe signals for Rizwin to pass her the ember.
Is this something that Rizwan would know is okay?
I think you know that Zoe's resistant to fire.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, she just tosses it over.
She tosses it back.
That's quite a trick.
It comes with the horns.
I'm sorry, I didn't want to be rude.
You spend enough time around it, you kind of start getting used to it.
Well, yes, I'm sure you're very used to it. Oh, you mean the he kind of like points to
The bigotry?
himself.
Yes, the bigotry.
No. I just he looks kind of uncomfortable and a little bit ashamed.
Does Rizwin seem to have more conversation she wants to have with him?
Not really. She's trying to figure out if he's on an adventure or running away from something, but he's not really being very forthcoming, so I think she's probably just observing at this point.
Zoe turns to him, gives the biggest smile she can, and flat out asks, "So, tell me how you got the map."
I won it.
Was the quivering like the tone of voice intentional? Because it sounded like oh yeah, the story.
It was maybe more the attitude that you were throwing his way.
I was just trying to be persuasive.
Okay.
The sweet, innocent. You can open up to her. She wouldn't tell a soul. And if he keeps resisting, she goes into the story of the of the twins.
No, he says he won it off some traveling merchant who had the misfortune of sitting down to play dice with him.
Actually starts. What was the merchant like?
Bit of a enjoyed his drink a little too much. You know, that sort. Bit of a brute, honestly.
Did he lose a lot before he gave up the map, or was this the first thing?
Oh yeah. No, he lost a lot.
Had you met him before?
Nope.
Obviously not, or else he wouldn't have played dice with you. Like smart people don't do. Looks at Rizwin.
Rizwin rolls her eyes.
And into the story of the goddesses.
All right.
As she does with everyone.
So the sun rises as you tell Theodore the story of Shar and Selene. Make a persuasion check.
Yeah.
That's a perception check.
That was wrong. So that would have been 8 higher, so 20.
Usually when you tell this story to people, unless they're like young children, you get a sort of like, you know, that's a nice story. He like seems to really buy it. I think this is this might be the first adult you've told this story to that like buys it.
And as Rizwin's probably heard this story from Zoe a couple times, how does she react to it?
I think actually, once you get into it, Rizwin kind of just quietly stands up and goes off by herself a little bit, and I will send Jamie what she is doing.
Okay.
Now Rizwin is looking through the bags.
It's nothing that will change
Okay.
anything that's going on here, so you can continue.
Okay. I guess, when you tell this story, how much of your group's involvement do you leave in?
I don't think she leaves anything in with the
Okay.
group's involvement. I think it's all about Zoe's plan is to get people to start accepting. Oh god, it's not Selene, the other one, Alun? Shar is trying to get people to start accepting Shar as well as as equal to her sister, not the evil force of her.
Yeah. At the end of the story, Theodore goes, "That's so sad."
I know, right? That's why we have to spread the story so that people don't keep speaking ill of her. I just realized why Zoe does this now.
Yeah.
She's scared people will think bad of her, and because she is the sister. Yeah. Well, that was weird.
Kind of the same reason Rizwan took to her so strongly.
I think Theodore is generally pretty clueless. But he sort of sees this moment of realization on Zoe and says, "Do you want a hug?"
I feel like Zoe's confused because it's usually her offering a hug, not the other way around, or just yes.
Theodore gives her a hug.
This person is either the most pure soul or like a cunning bastard.
Either way, you should check your pocket. I mean,
Yeah, that's not Zoe. Her owl, on the other hand.
So everybody eventually wakes up with the sun. Marlin is yawning up a storm.
Yeah, why were you guys mean and stuck him on the middle one?
to be mean, I get the feeling.
Yeah.
Also, because hopefully, with him being tired, his defenses will be lowered, so we may get more information from him. / he may slip up.
I just thought about him doing sure middle. Someone's got to do it, and for Kameha's, but learn by doing the hard things.
Mm-hmm. All right. Another day passes pretty uneventfully. Outside of a regular old bear that you scare the literal shit out of.
No.
Boo.
He goes running away from you into the forest like a good bear should. The fourth day passes pretty uneventfully. What do you guys do this day?
Same thing we do every day.
Yeah, normal traveling time and talking, making jokes.
Pert will spend the day acting as if he has a horrible headache. Just the occasional wince, the squinting eyes, the rubbing his brow.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, he will remain mostly sullen and quiet and distant.
Okay, make a deception check.
Yeah, no, I can't argue performance. That's no better. Okay. This is gonna go poorly. Oh, it didn't go as poorly as I thought.
Do you feel right?
He's fine.
I might be coming down with something. Next town we stop in, I guess I'll go see the local herbalist.
Nonsense! Eat this. I gave him some horrible, tasty, very healthy herb. Chew on that for the next 3 hours.
And Pert will meticulously chew on the herb, regardless of the flavor, because it'll help sell the deception.
You're sure awake now.
Yep. Oh boy! Guessing I'm gonna be shritting green, too.
Did not need to know that.
Local physician. Ha!
At the end of the travel time, after sort of seeing your skills in medicine fire, Marlon comes up to you while you're setting up camp. It is like, do you have anything for saddle sores?
I don't know. I think you need to not be in a horse.
The walking's gonna hurt too.
Well, traveling is hard. This is theater?
No, this is Marlon.
Ah.
He just kind of grits his teeth and says, well, thanks anyway.
Let me think of something.
He waits while you think.
Do you want the fun option or the safe option?
The safe option?
Boo. Boo, you're boring. I cast Lesser Restoration on him.
Okay. He immediately, stands up a little bit straighter. Thank you. Thank you.
Ah, problem.
And actually, Marlon offers to help you with cooking tonight.
Good. Gotta talk about shrooms.
Alright. And he's actually, not a bad cook.
Nice.
Another night passes. I know, Ty, you said you wanted to try some dream stuff, but I want to try and keep it to one per
That's
one
what
per
I figured.
team.
That's why I gave you the information for next time, not for the next night.
Yeah. It is then day 5. And by now you guys are starting to notice that the terrain is changing a little bit as you keep moving south. The ground is getting a little rougher, a little rockier. Let me... There's a lot more boulders covered in moss instead of sort of the nice spongier ground.
Congratulations, we found Northern Ontario.
Yes. It is unfortunately, as you continue on, it is getting your pace is having to go a little bit slower and a little bit slower. This is not very comfortable terrain for your horses. I need everybody to make an animal handling check.
Except me, because my horse does whatever I want it to.
But Muffin loves me.
Would that be something that Rizwin would think is maybe better if she would just not ride and walk? Like, is that going to
There's-
slow us down, and or would it make the horses less unhappy?
I would say that you're still gonna have to make an animal handling check, but you're less like your horse might thank you for it.
Okay, but is it going to slow us down?
Probably not very much at this point.
Yeah, I think she would do that then.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as Pert notices that his horse is starting to flag, he will just get down and start leading her. And thanks to his own improved movement speed, he's the same pace as a horse. So,
all right. Yeah, there's one point as you are sort of walking through this rockier terrain that your horse almost like doesn't get stuck so much as he.
we'll go with she.
She can't like. She's sort of like stuttering in place because she can't quite figure out where to take the next step. And that's sort of the point where you figure, okay, it's probably better if I get off and lead her.
I think that's what Pert would do, and yeah, since his new movement speed is 40, he can probably keep up with the horses just fine. So, maybe not the endurance level, but general pacing at least.
Yeah, I mean, the horse's pace is definitely a little bit slower than optimal. This would be considered difficult terrain, at least as far as the horses go. Emma, you're still in the lead. Make me a perception check.
But difficult terrain doesn't slow a group's travel.
That's true.
More just the regular horses are just getting frustrated with the uneven terrain kind of thing.
Yeah.
Reindeer being useful.
Only in the woods. What were you on?
Perception, please. At one point in the day, Emma, you notice, like, the trees here are definitely a little bit smaller, or a little bit thinner, and a little bit taller. You notice a couple of them look like they've been either blown over or knocked over fairly recently.
That's interesting.
Yeah. As you're kind of examining these knocked over, blown over trees, there is this very large booming sound that echoes through the forest and just startles the shit out of everyone.
Ah,
Marlon and Theodore do the Shaggy Scooby-Doo again.
You need to stop to do that, friend.
Zoinks.
gorge fire.
What was that?
Emma, do you know what would have made that sound?
Do I know what would have made that sound?
Make a nature check. Probably some sort of very large creature. It didn't sound like rocks or anything like a tree falling.
Probably a really large creature.
Oh dear.
No, probably bigger than a deer.
What kind of large creature?
Big one.
Like those boars we fought that one time?
Oh, that's not fun.
Specifically those boars? Raise his eyebrow.
Those were quick to fire, right? Like they didn't like it.
Yeah, they did not like the fire.
Hmm.
Theodore kind of looks around. We're gonna go check it out.
Probably should.
Sorry, I missed it. Didn't get that.
Alma wants to check it out.
Okay. With your 21 perception, it's kind of hard to triangulate exactly where it came from. The sound kind of echoed through the forest off all of these trees. But you're pretty sure it came from like somewhere in the general direction of left.
Alma goes left.
All right, Amma goes left. Make a stealth check.
I guess we follow at a distance or not?
Yeah, we'll let Alma take a good lead and
Alma's been using pass without trace while traveling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're very, very hidden. You sneak through the forest, and eventually you see the trees thin out into a small-sized clearing with three very large humanoids. One is sitting down on a rock, rubbing his nose. A large, kind of crude-looking club sitting on the ground beside him. The two others are crouched down over what looks like the corpse of an elk, kind of tearing it into pieces. You can hear the ripping.
Sorry, what are they?
Very large humanoids.
Is this like the giant we met before?
Sort of. It does look rather similar. At least from what you can tell right now. They're also like piling small pieces of wood into what you think is probably a fire pile. As one of them turns around to pick up more pieces of wood, you can see there's this one large eye in the middle of its forehead.
Ooh.
Make a nature check. Actually, I'll take the nature check you made before, where 17 is also fine. There are multiple kinds of giants that live in sort of the lands to the south. It's pretty unusual for them to even come up as north as Shimmergrove. But you do know that there are giants with singular eyes that are called Cyclops.
Hmm.
And they're really dumb. And that makes it very dangerous.
Oh, I go back and say the others.
So, dumb one-eyed giants.
Uh-huh.
Is that something we should do something about, or should we just let nature be nature?
Yeah, are these analysts, Fire, would these be at risk of wandering into your village and causing problems?
They can be. I don't think this forest can support what the amount that they eat. Normally, there's no giants around here.
Fire, correct me if I'm wrong, but when we were in the swamps, you spoke with that one giant, right?
Yeah,
So you speak giant?
yeah.
You could ask them to leave?
Why would they follow what I say?
Because they're incredibly dumb. You could tell them that there's better hunting in the mountains. And they'd be away from any villages that are in the area, or communities, or homesteads, or anything.
I can try it.
And if they are incredibly dumb and aggressive, then we'll deal with them in that case.
Who has a passive perception over... Does anybody have a passive perception over 19?
Yo,
Jesus.
Not me.
Nope.
David,
Pert
what
is
is
in
it?
Jesus. Yes, Pert has a 20.
Okay, you notice that, Marlon and Theodore are gone?
Hmm.
Did they run the
Pert
fuck
will
away?
state this. I'm assuming the way Pass Without Trace works, it's cast on the group, and as long as the group...
No, it's within. Technically it's cast on me, and anyone within a certain distance of me gets it
Okay.
on.
So if they leave the area, they would lose the benefit of it.
Yes.
Did Theodore took my horse?
No.
Are they just behind a convenient rock 10 feet away?
They,
Theodore.
Or did they go running to see the cool Cyclops?
you do hear a branch snap, somewhere off to the left,
Is that
Oh,
towards
no.
or away?
towards.
And Pert face palms.
Oh no.
It's the first adventure.
And
Have patience.
before anyone else does anything else, Pert goes, by the way, I tossed Merlin's bag. He doesn't appear to have anything of note, just a lot of stuff he's won that I'm going to guess by gambling. Just so you all know.
Okay.
Well,
I'll check the other's bag tonight.
Let's
go keep them from dying, I guess.
I
Yeah.
guess. Do we try the thing of talking?
You can
first?
try. You can try talking to the fire, but I don't expect it to work. I expect them to go, "Ooh, more meat."
Okay. I had a plan, but doesn't. Okay.
Unless we double time it, there's going to be fighting before we get there.
Yeah, we're double timing it. We're not really. We're using passive trace, but we're not trying to be super stealthy. I don't think.
I activate my spores before start running, and yeah, that's only that.
Okay, are you guys making for speed or stealth?
Speed.
And passive without trace is still up, yes?
Yeah, I think we're relying on the passiveness of passive without a trace.
Okay,
Okay.
then you may make a stealth check with disadvantage, but pass without trace still applies.
All of us?
Yes.
And quick question before I do this. Does anyone want to fly?
Not me.
There's one. How is the 6-foot man in full plate armor, stealthier than you?
Dumb luck?
Dumb luck.
I'd say dumb luck because you have actually one less. So you're almost exactly the same stealth modifier.
20.
27
I
without
find it funny.
disadvantage.
Despite the fact that you are making a good pace through the forest, they're not going to notice you. So everybody gets a little bit closer. You kind of slow down as Emma indicates that you're nearing the clearing. You see these 3 cyclops. The elk has been very crudely quartered, and you see one of them now has something in its hand and is like holding it like down close to this wood pile, and up a little farther and down a little farther. Fire, I think, is the only one who can understand giant.
I think so. Yes.
Okay. One of the other ones is like sort of saying in very crude giant, make fire, make fire.
Yeah, and he has something in his hand.
Yeah.
He said. I want to pop into the clearance. By the way, I'm glowing green with the spores. And I say to them, hello, fellow big boy.
They just all stop.
How many are there?
There's 3.
Okay.
In fact,
Do we have sight on Arlen and
make a
Theodore
perception
yet?
check.
Passive 20.
Yeah, you do notice them behind a tree. You guys probably not be in the clearing yet.
Yeah, we're holding back and let the fire do his thing first.
Yeah, but you can tell me where.
Yeah, probably coming down from this area.
Yeah. You do see them sort of off to the side a bit, behind a tree. In fact, let me put them on the map.
Yeah.
I can barely see the. Oh god, yes.
Oh my god.
Kiwi, Silver, if the version you're watching or listening to does not have art, it's the characters from our favorite anime about robbing the city of gold.
Both? Both. Why not both?
I think they said that at one point.
Yep, that was them.
That's where that name comes from.
Well, it's both is good.
So the 3 giants turn to look at you, Fire, and one of the ones in the back says, "Food."
No. Me no food. But no where food.
Where food?
Food that way, and I point to the mountains. Big food. Like, and I extend my arms. This size head elk. Very tasty.
Make a persuasion check.
Without past.
18's still pretty good. They look at each other. Big food.
Big food.
One points down at the dead elk. Here, food.
Do I get the sense that they're inviting me?
No, they're talking to themselves.
Okay.
The third sort of raises his head and sniffs a bit. Looks down at the now smoking pile of grass and wood. Fire!
Yeah, that's fire. I would not do that, Jamie.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
In about 5 to 10 minutes, is there going to be the word forest in front of fire?
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing.
They look down at the elk that they've already killed and up at themselves and back to fire, like they're trying to figure out if they should go now and leave the food, or like you seem to have given them a bit of a conundrum, Fire.
No. You see, you need to be smart, giant. Eat food now, then go get more food.
Pert is going to start stealthing over to the 2 doofuses.
Mm-hmm. The giants look at each other and say, food now.
Yeah, food now and then food later. Food now and later.
They look at you, Fire, and go, food now.
Do I get things?
You are food, and you told them to eat food now.
Oh, God
Oh
damn it.
no.
Do I have time for anything or roll initiative?
Sure, you have time for one last thing.
I hidden step and turn invisible. I say common first. Oh shit.
Food?
Uh-oh.
Let's go put this on.
Can I move?
Oh, things
Yes.
got serious all of a sudden.
I mean, they haven't, they're not running at you yet, but you very much get the sense that you are in some amount of danger now.
Guys, they think I'm food.
Oh dear.
Oh, oops.
Of course, why would I roll higher than a 5 in my initiative ever? I don't need it.
You're hidden. You're cool. You're good.
Marlon and Theodore are gonna go in the same... Same initiative. Is that everybody?
That's everyone.
Before we start, I just want to share this.
Sure, what?
These are my last initiative rolls
Oh my
for the
god.
past couple of times.
Wow!
You, my friend, have shit luck.
You need some new dice.
Yeah.
You may or may not have borrowed Nibbles dice.
And this for initiative. I have had good dice and other things.
I mean, I've still got mine, don't worry.
Alright, Amma, you're first. You get the sense that the Cyclops do not know that you are there. They just know that Fire was there and now he is gone.
I think Alma will. I think Alma will Hunter's Mark on number 1 and then hold his action to, if number 1 gets closer to us.
Okay.
Attack.
Does the target know that you've put Hunter's Mark on it?
Don't think so.
Okay. Camille.
I will cast haste on myself and hold my extra attack.
Okay. Marlon and Theodore start backing away. They're like, we're gonna let you guys handle this. Good
That's
luck.
probably smart.
Bert?
Also, do they even know that we're there?
Actually, they do because they saw Fire.
Yeah, that's true.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And Pert is just basically taking up a guard position in front of the two of them while staying stealthy in the trees.
Okay. Zoe?
Zoe's gonna hold an Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Rizwan?
Just kind of look around at everyone. So are we doing this or are we chilling?
Well, if they get dissuaded, maybe they'll wander off. I don't know. If they attack or make aggressive actions, we attack.
This initiative tracker might have been a bit preemptive. So this one wanders over here and starts swinging through the air with his club. Where food? Food!
Uh-oh.
This one starts to make his way over into the bushes, also calling out for food. This one starts going over here.
What would you prefer, Jamie? Because I'm willing to let my Eldritch Blast go accidentally if that would make you happier.
No, not at all. I am perfectly happy. Perfectly happy for you guys to avoid combat.
I mean,
I
go ahead.
sorry. I'm going ahead on the round, and I'm gonna say I was gonna start the thing because Fire thinks if they think that humanoids are food, they cannot be loose where their village nearby.
Yeah, that's actually a very good point.
Would Fire have expressed that out loud when Rizwan asked what was up?
I think actually no, because
No, he had a warm spot on the blanket.
he realized when they were
I could be wrong, but that's what I
calling, like now
Because
when
now
they
kids are learning where
move, he
BB
will
was,
realize
and
that.
it's
Okay.
They do not seem to notice you.
Well, I mean,
As they sort of.
absolutely.
I just wanted to point out for that, Jamie. Camille is still 6'8" and wearing gleaming metal armor.
Yeah, and I didn't see it happening, obviously, but when I
mean-
turned around, Kit was lying where she
You
is
are also
now,
behind
and
a tree.
BB was sitting
Yeah.
where she
And
had
these
been lying,
guys have
so I'm guessing
a
Kit kind
wisdom
of
of 6. So.
nudged her way in on BB's warm
And
spot,
really bad
and
depth
that started a
perception.
And really bad depth perception.
dominance its battle.
I wonder, with a wisdom of 6, can I cover my eyes when they believe we disappeared?
Yeah,
Where did you go? You don't exist.
Blanket was spread out a little more. They would both be
well, that's what they're doing this turn. Fire, you reappear.
Just for in that case, if nothing was said, Rizwan would have just held
She'll
a javelin
jumps up
attack
on
for
that
when
box most of the
anything
time.
aggressive happens.
Not all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah. At this point, I
So
would
very
say,
often.
sorry guys. I think something needs to be done here.
She also curls up right here
Nods
for some reason.
grimly.
I'm guessing just because it's a good spot.
Let's start with some boys. I gonna summon.
I still like how I'll come home sometimes.
Gonna summon animals.
See the corner of the bed,
I want
bunched
a
up.
level 5.
Was either underneath the blanket or she was underneath.
I want 8 level 1/2
Yeah, that's what she's good at.
Level 1/2 what?
animals, beasts.
Beasts.
You want 1/2 Sierras?
8 1/2 seers. Yes.
Where the hell is all of this? Okay.
Yeah, she's
8
got it
1/2
figured out.
CRs. Please roll me a 1d5. 1d4, sorry. I'm not going to give you giant seahorses in the middle of the forest.
Yes.
Hold on. What?
All right.
Wall of beef, wall of beef.
It's
It
gonna
is not
be
wall of beef.
Enjoy shower.
wall of hentai.
Wall of medicine? Oh, happy is Costa right now.
So you're feeding them.
Oh no. Are those monkeys?
They're apes.
Are they gonna go ape shit?
So Fire's feeding them. Doesn't
Oh,
their
no.
HP double when they've eaten?
Hey, make a lot of noise.
You hear a chorus of food.
Give me a second. I need to. They're 8, not 6. Sorry, my turn take long.
My javelin attack will go off after this, just FYI.
Okay.
Same.
Can my attack also go off, but before my own turn?
Yes.
I am
Okay.
unfortunately in melee, so nah.
I'm gonna do that later, but in the meantime, the ape go ape shit.
Let's have the round of attacks. The round of held attacks go first.
Okay, then I'm gonna do some things in the meantime.
Okay. Who are you attacking, Mist? Number 1? Sorry, I missed that.
Number 1.
Number 1? Okay, let me just... Okay, 18 hits. Come on, pencil. 18 damage, very nice.
So my attack is reckless, so it's on number 2, just flat, not at disadvantage.
Okay.
Using your regular javelin or your lightning javelin?
My lightning javelin.
Ooh.
Oh,
18 hits.
Okay. So that's... wait. Sorry, the Superiority dice is not on there. It's 7 piercing to number 2. And then... How does this shit work again? Number 1 has to make a dexterity saving throw. And it's 28 to number 2 and 21 to number 1.
Do the apes also have to make a saving throw?
I don't think I get to choose, so
Straight line through number 2, probably.
yeah, it's like this. So I don't know. I'll leave that up to you. Yeah, actually, let's say number 2 has to make the save as well.
Okay.
The lightning goes to both of them, right? And the piercing's just to number 2?
Correct.
Okay.
It was to GM, but it was a 7 only.
Yep.
That's 21 lightning damage to ape number 2 as well. Then sorry.
Collateral damage. It's not like it's a real monkey.
Wait a second.
I suddenly had an idea of how to make animal summoning characters horribly real. It is a real monkey. You just plucked a real monkey somewhere out of the world at random and plopped it into space over here.
that's what I was thinking.
Jeez.
So let me to record keeping nibbles. Number 1, what does it take? Only piercing?
21 lightning and 21 lightning and 7 piercing to number 2.
Number 2 takes the piercing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
The physical damage goes to the target. Whatever goes through the target is just lightning.
I think that's a new max damage for Rizwin.
Damn. Zoe.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Who is this going to?
Both are to 1.
Okay. Those definitely both hit. That's 27 damage. That's pretty good.
That's really good for Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
It's what happens when you actually get that charisma modifier.
The shade.
Wow.
The shade.
I feel the shade.
Calling out the DM.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
I've been calling it the DM for a while. Also, how dangerous can it be? I could take my second monitor back.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow, blackmail no less.
Yeah.
Also, I could take back the first monitor.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're both yours.
So this Christmas we get Shane me a monitor.
All right. You all unleash this barrage of attacks, and number 1 goes, ow. Ooh. All right, fire. It is now the summon's turn.
Okay. This is a lot, but not very damaging. 4 attacks on number 1.
Okay. Those all hit. Oh god, this is so much math. 10, 11.
Should be 27.
27.
Thank you.
4 attacks on number 2.
I assume 16.
Yeah, the 11 and the 7 miss.
And 6 punches on number 3.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Penny monkey fists.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 14 hits, 17 hits,
20.
23 hits.
20 total.
Oh, 3
hits?
3 hits.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
That
Oh, yeah. Sorry, never mind.
that's my turn.
Woo!
Monkeys going wild.
Just hooting and hollering. Pounding chests, etc. I mean, they are technically gorillas.
Yeah, y'all did a pretty good chunk of damage, especially to number 1. You see, like, a couple of wounds have opened and some blood is starting to ooze out. Emma!
Alma will. Alma will tell Melis to attack number 1.
Okay. That hits. 9 damage.
And then Alma will attack number 1.
Okay. 15 hits. 16 damage. Alright, there is now an arrow sticking out of its bicep. Anything else you'd like to do?
Oh.
Ty?
Did Kitty attack yet? Kitty attacked,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, but Kitty hit as well.
Alright,
Next
come
round.
out.
Ow, help Kitty.
Okay, with a vast amount of haste and natural speed, I zip up here, and I'm just going to lay into that Cyclops and try to get it down.
Okay.
Going for the hamstrings.
That hits. That hits. That also hits. What's 27 plus 9 is 36.
36.
Haste is a hell of a drug, y'all.
Mm-hmm. Is that your turn?
That is.
Alright, your sword does cut through its left hamstring, and it kind of stumbles a little bit, but you haven't quite brought it to its knees yet. Marlon and Theodore continue to slowly back away. Pert!
Pert uses Thieves' Cant to signal for them to stay the fuck quiet and stay the fuck down, and then he is going to stealth in on number 3, which, considering Pert's still hidden and it's pretty distracted, I'm assuming is going to be pretty easy.
Oh, yeah.
So then Pert stealths in on number 3 and is going for a backstab with his shiny rapier.
Bless you.
That's not a great backstab.
It's
Alrighty.
Whoa, 34. Alright, your rapier goes deep into this thing's thigh.
And Pert will take out his dagger and just try to use it as leverage for freeing the rapier, thus doing a second attack.
Okay.
That isn't
hits.
yeah, no, that's not advantage, but whatever.
Ooh.
And then bonus action disengage, and Pert will just move 5, 10, 15 more feet away.
The Cyclops looks behind it, very confused as to where all that came from. Must have been the apes. Zoe!
So I'm going to do something I've always wanted to see.
Mhm.
A level 5 guiding bolt at number 2.
Give me a roll. Oh, thank God you hit. 38. Alright, you unleash your guiding bolt. This bright white light travels through the air to the Cyclops, hits it square in the chest, and it recoils as its entire body starts to glow.
And she uses her magical item to gain a the spell slot back.
Alright. Rizwin!
A little bit of bookkeeping. It should have been 2 more piercing damage to the Cyclops. I forgot to include my rage damage.
Okay.
So number 2 has 2 fewer health.
Okay.
Between 1 and 3, do either of them look particularly more hurt than the other?
3 looks like it's still doing okay. One is showing quite a bit more wear.
Okay, in that case, 30 feet of movement. I forgot how I did it, but I end up like here. Yeah, right there. And doing her best impression of a dragon, she roars at the thing in a fury and makes 2 attacks. Recklessly.
Yep.
Make sure I have all my things turned on. Okay.
I bought a new pair of underwear and threw out
That was it?
two
The first
of my,
one will
like,
be
6 old
a
ones
menacing
because
attack.
they had,
Okay.
you know, pinky-sized breaks in between where the elastic and the underwear connected.
I've got another pair of boxes.
Whiz save!
Sold right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a
Probably
little
best.
extra something behind her yell and somehow makes a thing like 3 times her size scared of her. And then the next one is just regular, I guess. Actually,
Furies, they have disadvantage when reasoning is on site, and they cannot willingly walk towards them. Right?
That's 13, not 17, sorry.
What is?
The
Oh, the
second
other
attack
damage.
didn't have a superiority dice.
Okay. 13. Okay. That was number 3. Hang on. 13 plus. What's 13 plus 18? 31?
31.
Yeah.
Did you have your rage damage on for that, Nicholas?
Yep, it's baked into the superiority.
It's close
those
to
are
this.
just-
Yeah, I just forgot to uncheck superiority.
Okay, that's your turn.
That is my turn, yep.
Alright, it is the Cyclops' turn. Number 1 swings its club out, I think towards the first ape.
Mm-hmm. Oh, reap that ape!
The ape is now a smear.
Yeah,
Rip it into pieces.
one hit smushed, and then immediately swings around and goes for Kamal.
Yep. That just hits.
You bring your shield up to try and like block it, and your arm goes numb under the force.
So it's 25 minus 60.
So yeah, you save.
Risman knows how to pop arms back into place.
Lol.
Number 2 is gonna start swinging at the 2 apes that are around it. first to number 7.
Ah, that monkey's alive!
Until
and
the
then
second attack.
the second attack's going to go to number 8.
That monkey's dead.
And then number 2 just like looks at the spot where the monkey was and goes, "Ooh."
Nope, only poof.
Only poof. Number 3 does a similar thing, attacks number 6.
Disadvantage.
Ah, which one was it?
Number 6. And number 5, also a disadvantage. It is like kind of wailing as it does so. It does like it's almost like it's if it doesn't look at Riz when she's not there. Fire.
Give me a second, please.
Just summon more monkeys. 3. Shush.
They're scientists.
Oh, okay.
Well, hello there.
I have yet to see a shield one and believe there are scientists.
Listen, if those monkeys start popping down magic shields, you're gonna have questions.
I think the summoner, the wizard, can do that. Almost there. Okay, my turn. What the hell do I do my turn? How healthy do they look?
None of them are on like death's door, but number 1 has quite a number of wounds across its body.
Okay, I'm gonna bonus action Shillelagh.
Okay.
And then put a little shroom on the forehead of this fella.
Okay. Your wild growth?
Yes.
Oh no.
Excellent. Here?
This one, don't become a badger.
Number 3.
Oh, where is it? Come on. There we go. Here?
This one, resist the urge to become a badger.
It's gotta go on the ground.
Well, right in the middle.
Okay, right underneath its feet.
Yes.
Kind of like up there.
Alright, please roll me a D100. $48. Oh, that's interesting.
Are you cataloging these quests every time you get a result?
Sorry, what?
Are you personally cataloging these every time you get a result?
No. I should have, but I didn't.
So... Okay. So I need your ape to roll a strength saving throw.
Ape strong.
Ape not that strong. This is gonna get weird. So this strange little like purplish black mushroom starts growing out of the ground, and then you see the air around it start to warp, and the leaves of the trees beside it. It's almost like there's a wind current going towards this mushroom. You see the loincloth of the Cyclops that it is directly underneath start like getting pulled down. The ape starts getting pulled towards it.
Oh shit. Okay.
So the ape, it can't move into the Cyclops' space, so it can't get any
It-
closer.
It can. It's 2 sizes below, so
Okay.
it can go in between the legs.
So it does go into this space, and it is considered restrained.
Okay. It's a good hit to attack if you manage to.
It is a black hole shroom. Unfortunately, the Cyclopses are really strong.
Yeah, but that's funny. Ape's turn.
Yes.
The poor bastard in the black hole's gonna try to attack.
Okay.
Gonna bite your ankles off.
No, that's the quicklings.
Those both miss.
Okay, one monkey to number one. Wow. Wow. And one monkey to number two.
Okay. That hits. 6 damage.
That's a five level spell.
I mean, it saved you guys a few hits. Emma.
Melis will keep attacking.
Okay.
Got advantage.
Uh, 18 hits. 9 damage.
Melis is consistently doing 9 damage. And Amra will attack.
Okay. That hits.
And Amra will attack again.
That also hits. What is that in total? 20, 28? Alright, 2 more arrows strike into this thing's chest. It's starting to look pretty hurt.
It's starting to look like a pincushion.
Yep. Camille!
I'm just gonna try to dispatch this thing as quickly as possible, so just 3 strikes.
Okay. That hits. That misses. That hits. $21. Now you have brought it down to 1 knee. The cuts of your sword have made it impossible for this thing to stand on one of its legs.
That's the plan.
Pert, you hear this sort of breathy sound coming from behind you, and you see Marlin and Theodore, like, poking their heads out from either side of a tree, whisper cheering.
Yay!
But they're following his order to stay the fuck down.
Yes. Pert!
Bonus action stealth.
Okay. I don't think you can fail. I don't think you can fail.
Cool. I can't fail.
But even then, their passive perception is 8.
Oh,
Yeah.
for stealth, yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Please make me a strength saving throw.
Yep, that's what I kind of figured.
That is exactly what you needed.
Great. And
So
then,
you feel this, like, gravitational force pulling you towards the, unfortunately, nether regions of the Cyclops.
You feel an urge.
and the
Irresistible
screaming
pull towards its crotch. Great.
and the screaming ape who's pinned underneath it.
Yep.
Oh my, such a horny game.
And then Pert attempts to eviscerate it.
Alright. That hits. This is number 3, alright?
Yep.
Yes.
So that's 22.
And because I've already used my bonus action, that'll be my turn.
All right. So you are not restrained. But you still feel this pull towards the center of where this mushroom is. Zoe. Music.
I think Zoe's going to Eldritch Blast on 1. 2 on 1.
There we go. Uh, 14 hits. This is on 1. Alright, you shoot it in the chin. And it goes,
Jamie just realized something.
Mm-hmm.
The Cyclops number 2 was glowing due to Guiding Bolt.
It was.
So let's say the first to roll is the 20 and the 9 by the end of the whole fist. Do I roll one? That's one. The one with advantage.
Roll one
I roll one normal.
Yeah, roll one normal. And it's
Not a lot, but honest work.
Yep. Alright, Cyclops 1's looking very, very hurt. Rizwan. Oh, sorry.
And then 1 use of Healing Light on Kathana's.
Okay.
Okay.
4.
There's just a lot going on with number 3 right now, and he's kind of irrelevant at this point due to the disadvantage Rizwan thinks. Sorry, Pert. So she's gonna join the party here with number 1. Actually, just gonna move into range.
You are moving out of its threat range, I think.
Oh, okay.
Big.
Wait. It big, yeah. So it does get an attack of opportunity. Is it a disadvantage?
Sure
to hit
is.
you?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. You take 16 damage halved because you're raging.
That's correct. Do some math. Okay.
He did some bunk.
My recorded health actually goes up because I forgot to take a long rest.
Oh.
And then I will give a pair of attacks to. Sorry,
Number 1?
it's at disadvantage, but it's also at advantage, so it's still a 17.
Yeah,
But
it's
yeah,
17.
it's still flat. And then I will recklessly attack number 1 twice.
Alright.
Let's make the first one the Great Weapon Master, just for shits and giggles.
Okay.
Oh boy.
That's
Hell.
the Cyclops.
Now, here's a... Yeah, is that still a crit?
Yes, because it's still in that 20 you rolled.
Yes.
And then you have
Okay.
a modifier that changes the value.
So we're going to turn Great Weapon Master on. I'm going to also try to menace this one as well.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna matter. I guess if you roll really poorly.
Yeah. Anything else I need to click on here? Okay.
Go for the max.
Yeah,
20.
it does. It.
So 40 damage.
40.
Your glaive comes up as it's like kneeling on the ground and just slices through its throat. With a gurgle, he collapses onto the ground.
Well, I guess we're back to attacking this guy.
I think we kind of just look at each other, shrug, and you just swing around at the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do I feel like this is a safe distance from which to attack him?
Yeah, you feel like if you get any closer, you're in danger of that thing in the middle sucking you in.
Okay. Do I push my luck here? Oh, why the hell not?
That hits.
21. Yay.
19.
Yeah, I can reverse math.
You
There you
need
go.
subtraction. This is number 3.
Yes. So another 26.
Okay.
So that's what 66 damage in one turn. Yay.
Yeah.
Great Weapon Master finally coming through.
Mm-hmm. Sure is.
That is my turn.
Okay. It is the Cyclops. Is this guy, number 3, still afraid of you until...
Until the end of my next turn.
Okay,
so he is no longer afraid.
It's no longer afraid. It
I
it
wish
looks
I had noticed
down
that.
at the ape that is beneath it,
Trying to punch him but not reaching.
and kind of cocks its head in confusion, and then tries to swing the club in between its legs.
Oh, no.
Give me a 1. Yes!
Natural one because he hit himself in the junk.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he does.
Yes!
I'm not going to disagree with this, but I am going to point out the fact that we don't play with natural ones hurt you.
Normally don't, but this is the moment.
Special.
This is Jamie live her best life.
And it cries out in pain. I think it takes a swing at Pert, but I'm gonna give it disadvantage.
And as a reaction, Pert just casually strolls away.
Alright.
I'm also going to take a reaction on that.
Okay.
Sentinel attack. You.
Yeah, that hits.
I did not intend to do that with Great Weapon Master. Sorry. Another 15.
Is that Sentinel because they attack a friend of yours?
Yes.
Well,
Uh,
oh yeah. And my skirmisher was just leaving.
Yes. Yes. He's still howling in pain. Number 2 is gonna keep trying to smush the ape.
That ape is smushed.
And then runs up here towards the other ape. Food.
Ah! AC is 12.
And he misses. Fire!
Get farther, less than travel.
Just to make sure, we did modify my Sentinel to be within my threat range instead of 5 feet, right?
Yes.
Okay.
One second. If I don't do this now, I'm gonna confuse myself. Okay, Fire thinks that these monkeys have been doing a very good job, but also they did already their job, and you can go home now. So it's gonna dismiss them.
Okay.
And cast got your woodland being.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright. What do you want?
2 level 1s.
Give me a 1d3, please. Oh, I wanted you to roll a 3.
I don't want to scream at the Vulcan.
What? You don't want Bob back?
Bob is bigger CR.
No.
Wow.
Plus, Bob needs vacation days. He put in vacation like 6 months ago.
Well, we just got literal dryads.
Yep.
A second. Sorry if I'm taking too much.
No, you're playing a summoner-ish character. That is totally understandable.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you're getting a lot faster.
Oh my god, this character is stupid. I know. Yeah, they do have spellcasting, right?
Yes.
Jesus Christ. They're one-shottable. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Oh my god. They have a lot of things and they're useless.
They can be neat shields, distractions.
Yes.
Poor dryads.
I guess both of them are gonna cast Entangle.
Okay.
Because their attack are not great.
Okay.
It's a 20-foot radius that will engulf them, but also the Cyclops and none of our party.
Okay.
I don't think they need of marking them. They need to make a strength save DC 14 or get restrained.
Okay. Number 2. Cool.
Pass.
Number 3.
Boo. Well, it's difficult terrain,
Okay.
and I just died.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. I think does your Dryad have to make a strength saving throw?
Yes.
Yes. She succeeds. Just the one, right?
They both cast it.
No, for the mushroom.
Ah.
She's within 10 feet of the gravity void mushroom.
She is both restrained by the mushroom and the vines.
She's very, very restrained.
I get the feeling that Dryad's looking, what the fuck did you just do to me, you idiot?
Why am I alive?
Alma's gonna tell Millis to attack number 2.
Okay. Melis leaps over the body of the fallen Cyclops. That hits.
And Alma will bonus action to move the hunter's mark on to number 2.
Okay.
And will use his other attack on number 2. Does not hit.
Does not hit.
Ah!
Chance gust of wind just throws your arrow off just a little bit.
That Dryad, not one, was 300 on the game.
Wow. Anything else you'd like to do?
No.
Okay. Camille.
I step up to this thing and scream at it. Stop trying to hit me and hit me. And I'm gonna lay into it.
Okay. That hits.
I'm gonna be doing smites, so bear with me.
This is not gonna take more than I do. Jesus.
No third smite.
It's coming.
Alright, somebody help with the math, please.
Give me a second.
Holy fuck.
28, 20, and 29.
70...
77.
77.
Yes.
How a paladin do?
Whoo!
Just flares of radiant light every time I strike a.
Yeah, once those flares of light die down, you see 3 very, very deep gashes into this thing's front. More silent cheering. Pert!
Pert's gonna disappear into the trees again with that guaranteed not to fail stealth situation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, what a shock, he disappeared into the trees. And then because of the black hole underneath the Cyclops, he is just pulling out his short bow. Safer.
Alright.
And lay boop. Hey!
Very nice.
Alright, I have to go get dice from the other room.
How much is that? 32...
41.
Shit.
41. Yeah, 41.
You knock an arrow, let it fly, and it goes straight through this thing's neck. And it just starts to get very, very slow. And kind of like feels its neck very dopily. It is on death's door.
And Pert knocks another arrow.
Oh, sorry.
And this time he actually kind of whistles openly, since it's clear how this situation is going.
Yeah.
This is why you don't go adventuring. Shit like this exists. He's clearly, explaining to the two of them, holy fuck.
That's your turn?
Yep, he's also made himself a target. Not that he expects the Cyclops to get to him.
Yeah. Zoe!
Logic blast, 1 to both.
Okay.
2 will be first.
Okay. The one on 2 hits.
Man, my dice roll will be awful for these attacks. And everybody's superficially hurt, right?
Kamil's hurt, but he's not hurt. Like I can get it back to full with a turn.
All right.
Pert isn't even dusty.
Camille.
I mean, sure.
Damn. Alright, Rizwin, can you take us home?
Okay, Rizwan will move into... Well, how hurt does, is he within 10? Like, not actually, but does he look that close, or...
Number 3 looks
Yeah.
very close to death.
Okay. She's gonna take a calculated risk here, and attack number 2.
Okay.
Reckless, but not Great Weapon Master.
Just go for the great weapon.
20 hits.
Okay, and she will do a sweeping attack.
Alright. So, how does this work?
15 to 2, 7 to 3.
Alright, your glaive cuts through number 2 and swings around and sticks into the chest of number 3, and with that, number 3 falls to his knees, and with a crunch of the brambles of the Entangle spell, falls onto the ground.
Okay, and then she will use that glaive being positioned behind her to do a big wind-up, and then Great Weapon Master into number 3.
I have a gruesome image of the body being on top of the black hole.
That hits.
And no superiority die on that one. Oops. 2.
26 was his health. It is like leaning down a little bit to try to swing at you, and you just bring your glaive up and stab it through its eye.
You.
And it gives out a loud roar.
And she lets out another one of those intimidating, not quite human roars, but this one in like celebration.
Yes. Its arms go limp, the club falls down to its side, and it collapses onto its knees, and then just kind of folds up. And with that, the fight is over.
I think that is probably officially Rizwin's best combat ever.
Yeah. That was a very nice combat. That felt great.
Mm-hmm. You hear applause coming from a far tree.
Yeah, I'm gonna just start readjusting my armor and walk over to them.
Yeah.
And glowing while I heal myself a little bit.
I actually think that as that combat ends, that's where we're going to call it tonight.
Mm-hmm.
We can do the cleanup next week.
Sure.
Well, that was humorous.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That was
Oh
great.
my god, that was funny.
I had fun.
I want to know, be sincere.